Lindsay Lohan, Cardi B, confused cops, pervy babies, and more on today's World Star Wrap Up.
Parental guidance is advised.
Do you understand? I needed my man Mike to give the parental
That's why I'm here.
guidance advisory.
That's why I'm here. I got the
The
voice.
officialness.
The voice
The
for radio. But what's up, everybody? Welcome to World Star Weekly. My name's Michael Patterson. I got a full panel of guests with me today. Starting off on the left with
Abby Fraher.
Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm Lauren Ashley.
And of course, I'm Tehran, literally, and we are co-hosting this wonderful World Star wrap-up of the best videos of World Star for the week. And we have a wonderful list of videos for you to check out as we watch, talk,
we're gonna be talking
and discuss.
we got some great stuff for you guys this week. We got Lindsay Lohan. She's doing too much as usual.
I love her.
We got some.
I love
we got
Lindsay.
some.
She's
we got
living
some.
her best life, so.
Thank you.
You know,
now the song is just going to be in my head the rest of the time.
We got some interesting teachers. We got some street justice, and it wouldn't really be a World Star show if we didn't check out some fights. So let's just jump right on into it. Starting with Lindsay Lohan. I don't even know what she's doing, but she's doing too much in this video. So
Did you guys see this?
Yes.
No. This went super viral.
it did.
Clearly, I'm living
So
under a rock.
here it is. Lindsay Lohan is basically live streaming, and she sees a couple
Now I know who you are.
who's an Arab couple with their child.
This is my question. What time is it, and where are her representatives that are
Well,
supposed to be?
Listen, her representatives left her after she's been dropped by every movie. There are no more representatives at this point.
She's repping herself.
She's repping the streets.
Clearly.
So what
Look,
happened?
listen,
Yes, so-
hold on, listen to her. You have to listen to her speak. First of all, she says gibberish in what she thinks is Arabic.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. Boys, don't worry.
She's talking to these children of these people that she has accused of kidnapping their own children, by the way, that she does not know.
Hello.
Oh,
Oh, it gets better. I need look. I
A
know
little slow at first.
It's slow,
but
but,
it gets
it's
there.
worth the build up.
The payoff is worth the wait.
It's the Sixth
I
Sense.
will walk forever.
Trust me.
I stay with you. I don't worry.
She's
what is
speaking
that
with an accent. Did you hear the accent?
So I
Yeah.
know she has the Lilo accent, but this is something entirely
No.
new. What is this?
This is her Arabic accent.
Do you remember the scene in Mean Girls where they're like, "Do you even?" She doesn't even go here. She doesn't even have an accent.
So here she goes. She's getting closer to the family now.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh,
Down goes Frazier.
They hit her. They hit her,
And now this is my favorite part.
and they leave.
is she just laying on the ground?
Yes.
I'm done.
Hold on. This is ultimate privilege here. Coming. 3, 2. Her Kavanaugh tears, and
I'm just so scared. I literally can't. I don't think I can ever change what I want to.
that was Lindsay Lohan getting TKO'd.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
she's-
little more context on the video. From what I've seen online, and this is just from what I've seen online, so I don't know for sure, is that this is in.
Oh, I
this is
thought you
in-
were dating Lindsay, but
Oh
no.
yeah. This was in Moscow, so
Which would
Okay.
be possible, by the way.
Russia, and this is from what people are reporting is a Syrian refugee family.
Yes.
And so she confronts these people and accuses them of trafficking
Children and kidnapping their own children.
How did she get from point A to point
Yeah,
B?
wasn't she
I
like,
don't.
why is she in Moscow?
Yeah, isn't she?
one?
She's supposed to be in Mykonos, doing her little.
No, that was,
unseasoned
that was
dance?
yeah, I saw. She's doing a world tour, clearly.
Right.
That's what
Yeah.
I was saying. Is that when was the last time we've even heard of Lindsay Lohan doing anything?
Her island in
Her
Mykonos
island dance.
and her
In
little
Mykonos.
dance that
creepy,
she had.
like-
Yeah.
She has an island.
Yeah, she does. A resort, actually.
She has Mean Girls money. Okay, let me explain. Lindsay Lohan was extremely successful. She's been acting since she was
true.
a child. She has been in several hit Disney and family movies that have done extremely well. And unfortunately, as much as we laugh about this, there is the flip side, which is she may be suffering from some type of psychosis, dementia, or other mental illness that we are not privy or aware to. She didn't have the best upbringing. Her parents obviously were aware of the antics of her father and her mother. And when it comes down to it, this is a very lost soul.
Sure.
On the flip side, what?
I know.
Right.
Lost her
Like-
mind. These are Syrian refugees.
I mean, like if they haven't been through enough already, they have literally like a famous American doing American shit.
they
Like,
don't know who she
what-
is.
And that's
No,
the
I know,
worst.
No.
but that's what I'm saying though. Like they have been through so much, and they have this random American chick like running after them.
course.
Like, what are you do? Like,
And that's the worst part of this video is that at one point she's like tells him, she's like, the whole world is watching. I will save you.
And
it's
to
just like,
physically
who are
touch
you?
someone else's
Yeah.
child, like, what are
Right.
you doing?
right?
My thing is, these Syrians are looking at her like, you're the one that dropped the bomb. Like she,
Right.
to them,
Right.
they can't
Right.
differentiate. At this
Right.
point, they've just lost everything.
Right.
Literally are carrying the suitcase of
Yeah.
their
Life
life
in their hands.
in their hands with their children who they clearly love.
Right.
Because they attack Lindsay Lohan, but they are provoked.
Right.
Sure.
They are
Oh, yeah.
clearly
100%.
provoked.
I don't
100%.
think anyone thinks like the family's in the wrong here.
No, but then her being like, I'm scared. Like, do you think they were probably scared when you were trying to touch their children?
Yeah.
Like, that probably scared them. I don't know.
It's just
I really don't have any sympathy for her. She's
Yeah, she's
one of the few
lost it.
people.
You know-
I don't.
On the other hand,
really
it would be
don't.
crazy if we found out that this was secretly a Syrian family who's been trafficking children.
Right. We
Yeah.
find out like
That's-
she actually like it comes across crazy, but
She was
she's the one that knows
investigating
what's
it.
going on.
And they're like carrying children in their suitcases. And we'd have no idea.
3 months later, we're
And
like,
she's-
doesn't that family look
Right?
familiar?
That's why she FBI's most wanted. She's secretly the arrow. She's a vigilante who goes around, except she doesn't know how to fight, so she gets beat up.
Yeah.
Lindsay B knowing. She knows.
Lindsay Lohan, that's just fine.
Please get some help. I saw on in that same report that her representatives are, I guess, reaching out to her now after this video, and that she's made some sort of statement saying how she's deeply saddened by this video, and I don't know.
Before we move on, something must be addressed. We glanced over it. You spoke on it, Lauren. I need to bring up the accent.
Yeah.
Where did she get that accent? And what kind of accent? What at that point, honestly, Lindsay, it was racist. Listen,
It was.
you spoke to them, and you know what's even? You want to know something that's even funnier?
Change the language.
I'm gonna say something because not only did she speak gibberish, I will say something that's actually very true, and I will never ever speak on this again. However, there are times because as a person who has a partial immigrant background, and I speak another language, speak a couple, there are times when I'm speaking to someone who is also foreign, and I will speak to them in an accent because I feel like they understand it better.
understand it.
I will speak to someone. I will be
Or
like,
do you speak like louder to someone?
I speak.
It's like they're not
yelling
deaf.
at
They just
them?
speak a different language. But I'll be
Sure.
like,
Hi.
yeah.
How are
Right.
you?
I did that once in Morocco this summer, and I was like, "Where?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, what are you doing?"
It's a
Yeah,
weird.
you're- And then
It's a
I'm
weird
just like, I don't
sociological
know.
principle.
It is. And there are times that there's also the reverse is true. Because I don't look Persian or someone doesn't know that I speak Arabic, Farsi, any of these languages, I will be speaking to them in that language and they will respond to me in English. And that is a true statement.
because it's just weird for them to
Because
respond to
they
you.
can't
They think that
comprehend.
you
Right.
understand English more.
They just cannot fathom the idea that I'm speaking to them in Farsi, for example.
Okay.
It's so hard for them to escape the gravity of that situation.
I mean, shit, if you're talking to me in Farsi, I might look at you different too.
but you don't speak Farsi. That's
Right, right,
different.
right, right,
These
right.
are people who obviously my Farsi is better than your English. Help me out. Help me help you.
Right.
Clearly, my fluency is
Clearly.
making. But Lindsay, that's not you.
No.
That's the point. That accent. That
Yeah,
accent
well,
was it.
this will definitely be something that I think we need to follow up on more.
No, it's not.
Well, I
It's
mean,
not
in terms of
something-
like what she's doing next, you know.
Abigail, you're the closest to Lindsay Lohan.
I can't with you right now. But hit me with it.
Well, moving on to something a little bit lighter, I guess you could say. It sucks to get pulled over by the police. I'm assuming we've all probably been pulled over at least once in our lives, but it's even worse to get pulled over.
There's so many finishing things to that
so many
sentence
things that I
want to finish your sentence with right now.
for
but
for
Not
no
nearly
reason,
enough.
no reason whatsoever.
Sure. I just feel like Mike high fives the cop and drives away. Hey, Mike. Hey, Officer Bo.
No.
oh, Uncle
All right.
Fred.
Well,
Just
so In this clip, you can see it's a guy in what we find out is a Tesla Model 3, I believe. He's got a form of a dash cam looking into his car, and he's kind of just waiting for the officer to walk up to his car. Or he's pulling, right at this moment, he's pulling over.
He's pulling over, and also I'd love to know what the
Why
initial
does he
stop
have a dash cam up there?
Right.
Or do you think
for
it's his
safety?
phone?
And it monitors speed, too. It's got speed, it's got his
Oh, it
model
comes.
of
Does
car
that come
on
with the
it.
car?
I don't think so, but I wouldn't be
Okay.
surprised.
Another thing is a lot of people have started using dash cams to monitor situations where there was
have your computer mounted on there.
This is important.
I love his laugh. It's so condescending.
So he still thinks it's a joke.
Put it to GPS, which is kind of cool, but you're not allowed to have anything,
Oh, this
any screens like
this
that.
is stock with the car. Like, this literally is my only center con.
What
Literally.
is this thing?
It's called a Tesla Model 3.
Maybe that's why.
So, like, yeah, I can't
That's
remove
why.
this. It's like how I control my air conditioning.
I see. Yeah, I
He
can see
just
all
completely
the-
made up that fabrication. Like, you can't have this computer on your car.
No, the police officer pulled him
thought it
over
was a
thinking
computer?
it was a computer or some type of device, the same way that you can't have your
You have to
laptop
be- you have to
or a
be hands-free.
television in the front of the dash.
Saying that it was like obstructing his view.
Exactly.
Got it.
There's like other computer features, like you can.
No,
Now
all I
he's
can
trying
do,
to buy
it's
the
like
car.
stuff, right? So
He's like, sell
some
me
of
this
like
car
the
right
driving
now.
settings or like controlling the music, but
I see.
nothing else.
I
Alright,
use it to
yeah, I
hack
can
into
see you
the
got-
Pentagon.
It's like you got your. Is that your air conditioning when like the ventings
Uh-huh.
are front and stuff?
I was like,
Exactly,
this guy's just reaching
Well,
for things at this point.
All right, I've asked you enough. Steve.
No, I think he's
No,
actually
you're
inquisitive
totally
at this
fine.
point.
Yeah.
So, I apologize for stopping. I didn't realize it was stock computer screen, but obviously it's. He said he controls the car. So,
Yeah.
All right, you free to go? Apologize.
Hey, not a problem.
Take care. Drive safely and. Pretty slick.
Thanks a lot.
I feel like this is the exact opposite of what happens normally at a traffic stop.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
you get stopped, he gives you a ticket because you're going too fast, and you just feel like an idiot because you're going too fast. But now in this situation, the police officer is the one that feels like an idiot because he pulled him over for no reason. I didn't even know they had cars with computers in the. Well, it's not a computer, but
It's
it's,
a
screen.
Tesla.
It's
Yeah.
it's like the size of like
It
one of
is
the
the-
large tablets.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it looks like an iPad essentially,
yeah,
right in
iPad,
front of your
yeah.
car.
Yeah.
And if it didn't take so long, I would love to order a Tesla. It takes exuberant amount of time before you get it. I really like them. They're very nice. I do want to say this because a lot of the comments were under the impression, because the officer was white and the driver was white, that this must be, oh, if he was black, they would have shot him. I want to say this and preface this, that unfortunately, the truth of the situation is that there are bad police officers out there, and they are not good people. However, for the most part, a lot of police officers are just good people who are doing their jobs. And we forget that all the time. We forget if a crime existed, if a crime happened, if we were to watch or view a crime or be the victims, unfortunate victims of crime, we would call the police.
Sure.
No matter who you are, no matter what neighborhood. Now, they might not come to your neighborhood, but the concept is overall, there are many good police officers. I've had good police encounters myself. Not every time I've been stopped has been erroneous. A lot of times I should have been stopped and I should have got a ticket, and I didn't. One time I went through a stop sign and the police officer pulled me over to tell me that there's a stop sign back there because since I didn't even stop, he realized that I didn't even see it and was like, it's very dangerous. It's dangerous. Another time I got pulled over and got shot twice. But look, the concept is, I've also been pulled over for drunk driving and I've never drank in my life.
Right.
So there is a give and take. So I just want to remove that because it genuinely seems that this officer was inquisitive about this car. And I don't know or think and hope that race wouldn't have played a part, that if Johnny was Jamal, we would have seen a very similar reaction.
You really believe that?
I hope that and do believe that.
I do hope that.
I do
will
believe
say-
that.
Okay.
I do believe that. In this particular case, in that particular reaction, where the police officer pulled over a person who he thought was white and said it was for something that we would all think is stupid, having a tablet open or something out.
Sure.
That's why he was pulling him over. He was ready to give him a ticket.
Right.
Also, just to put it into perspective as to what the tablet was.
Yes, Anthony in
Oh,
the booth.
excuse me. Yeah, I got a picture up of what the tablet was in the Model 3 car,
in the
so it's
world?
pretty large.
It's a large
Yeah,
tablet.
it's a It does look like a computer screen or like a laptop screen that's
Yes.
propped up in the middle console. So I could see why he would pull him over.
And it's something you should get pulled over for, technically speaking. And he did his job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when he found out that it was part of the car, he became inquisitive the same way any of us would.
Sure.
Anyone would. And I just want to make sure that that's noted because we're so quick to persecute police officers who are, for the most part, noble, good people, or at least people who are just doing a job. They're people who do a job
I would go there.
and go that way. No, because there are a lot of people
There are
who
noble ones, but
good
I wouldn't
police
say that
officers.
90% of them are noble.
I
would
didn't.
give
Whoa,
you-
whoa. We didn't go to 90%.
Most. It's most.
90%.
Over 50%.
Yeah, what are we talking here?
What are we talking? Noble. I'm giving the percentage at 30% are noble.
30%.
I'm going that 40% are there to do a job. I'm going that 25% are bullies
Yeah.
who just want a badge, but it doesn't matter who they're bullying.
Right.
Okay.
And then I would say that Mike never gets pulled over and just high fives cops and drives away.
That's not true.
That counts
That is
for-
not true.
That happens about something like 10 to 20% of the time.
I got pulled over last week for going 80 on the freeway.
You,
What?
You were going 80.
But everyone goes 80
Yeah,
on the
everyone's
Was
freeway.
everyone going 80 at that time?
There was no one else on the road.
Okay,
That's
then
why.
so
That's the
you got
problem.
pu-
You got to
You
make
weren't
sure
going
you're
in
not
front
a
of
fast
dangerous.
car.
I don't
Let
get
me
it.
explain
I
something.
don't get it.
Let me
I've had this
explain.
conversation like 5
No.
times. I still don't get
That's
it.
one thing. This is a good thing. LA is a horrible place in a lot of ways, but the one good thing that we've all united and said, hey, can't pull us all over if we all go 80.
Right.
That's unification. If only we could learn about that in other aspects of
social
society.
situations.
We stick together. We're all going to go 80. There is no one person who's singled out.
We got to do it. We got to stick
Unless
together.
it's Mike by himself.
Right.
Well, before we move on, Tehran has a little bit about Black Hollywood Live that we would like to talk to you
Well,
about.
I'd like to tell all the Black Hollywood Live fans, Black Hollywood Live is the first urban digital broadcast network in existence. Since inception, BHL has prided itself on creating outstanding content in all areas, from news, music, and politics to lifestyle and entertainment. We've not only given voice to the often underserved, which is the Black and Latino community, we've also provided new hosts with dopest platforms to exercise their talents. And you don't realize how dope they are until I say that. And that's not all. BHL has done the same for many of Hollywood's A-list, including Oprah Winfrey, whom has made multiple BHL appearances and has given us several shout-outs. And that's true, Oprah, if you feel like shouting us out, or just me, I would love that as well. Now, the Black Hollywood Live Network needs your help. How can you do that? By subscribing to our YouTube channel. That's how. And when you subscribe, make sure to share, tell your friends. We appreciate it very much. And comment below. Let us know that you're part of the team. If you're worried about all those annoying notifications, don't be. They are optional. So hit that subscribe button now. It's easy and helps us continue our work. Let us know you did. And thank you for being supportive fans to BHL, helping us take the network to the next level and continue to redefine Hollywood.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks for the support, everyone. We appreciate it. Going on more into the comments
Mike
this week.
especially appreciates the support for Black Hollywood.
I
Live.
love the support that everyone brings. But one thing I challenge you viewers to do is, out of all these videos that we watch today, I want to know what you guys think is the funniest video, because there's so many great ones. I like to talk about it. Let's debate it. Let's debate it in the comments. I'll
And
be
feel
there.
free to send us videos. We'll put your video up and talk about you and your video.
That's true. That's true. Moving on now. I think in school everybody's kind of had those interesting teachers in their life, and this kid had a interesting teacher to say
That's
the
the
least.
nicest way to say he is a pervert kid whose teacher has a fatty and he's videotaping this fatty. Can you play this video?
Let's see it.
Oh,
Oh my God.
she looks good.
She seems very intelligent, by the way.
But you know what? Those jeans are just too tight.
And that's a conversation I'd love to have. Are those jeans actually too tight?
Those
now
are
that
too
I'm thinking,
tight.
But here's the thing: the woman is
She's voluptuous.
Curvaceous. So maybe
what-
whatever she wears is gonna look
Right.
like that. However, those are just a little too tight.
You know what the difference between a Ferrari and a fat ass is? I don't think she has a Ferrari. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, I'm done. I'm done.
You know what I'm saying?
But really, like, even if she wore, so basically, her only option for bottoms are like flowy skirts.
Well, she could wear like slacks, maybe something
No,
more
that's gonna
business.
pop.
profe-
That
it's
butt's
still
gonna
gonna
pop.
pop, but I think those jeans are just
I actually never had a teacher
tight.
wear jeans.
Right.
To be honest.
Right, and maybe she's a college professor. I don't know, but I just feel like
No, that's definitely a high school
Yeah,
class.
yeah,
It's a high
that's a
school
little
class
much.
where the student is taking a video of his teacher who is voluptuous and has a curvaceous bottom with his phone.
And top.
And top.
She's a full-blown
A
ass.
top,
I mean,
but you know what? The top wasn't as
Yeah.
tight. The top was she had breasts, and for everyone who's like, oh, breasts are a natural part. I'm so sorry that her baby feeding breasts were attractive
so less
to you.
attractive when
So,
you say it like
well,
that.
but that's the concept. She's not revealing her breast.
Right.
It may you could have made a case and said it was a little low cut.
I don't think so.
It was a
yeah,
little
no,
open.
I thought it was appropriate. It looked okay.
But the jeans were possibly extra tight jeans.
Yeah, those were extra small, girl. I don't know. That was a little tight. Not saying she should have to filter herself, but I just think there's a level of appropriateness that you need to bring when you're coming into your workplace.
Well, it's because especially she's a high school teacher.
Yeah, that can
Right,
get
and
into
she
some trouble.
knows, and she's beautiful.
Yeah.
So of course she knows that these males or females or
Right.
whoever are looking
She probably
at her.
enjoys it a little.
She
oh,
might.
all the boys have crush on me. Like,
Sure. I mean, whoever tells a teacher no, she loves it. She loves the attention, I'm sure.
I mean, I hope not, because that's could lead to a crime, and we've seen this happen many times, especially recently, and with recent events. I would also say I would be remiss to allow a male teacher who had very tight pants on and a bulge. Also, I would feel very similar.
I mean, I'm
as
not gonna
in
lie. We had a teacher like that in high school, and
had a
all of us
bulge.
would sit at the
There's
lunch
always
table.
Dr.
a
Bulger,
Just, like,
Dr.
stare at
Bulger.
And he was like just out of college. And he was hot.
He
and
knew
we'd
what
be
he
like,
was
"Did you
doing."
see Mr. Sestaro's pants shouting you out?" Like, but we literally would sit there and be like,
Allegedly. And here's the
Allegedly.
thing about
It's important.
like
Mr. Bulger. Mister Bulger, if he was doing it on purpose, that's inappropriate.
Right.
You are in
right
Sure.
an environment with
where we
students
don't
that are
right,
underage.
Exactly.
They're underage students, and we all understand that. We should be a little more comprehensive and apprehensive on our wear.
I agree with you.
I don't go pick up kids from the kindergarten in my bathrobe. You know, I'm just a little more
You
aware.
don't-
I'm a little more aware. Well, not
like,
after
so
the
what do you
restraining
think-
order.
yeah,
When are you picking up kids?
Wait, are you
Well,
you're picking up kids?
I have,
Wait a minute.
I have
That's what I'm
nieces
taking
and
from that.
nephews.
Sure, sure.
And
Okay.
I would
You
be,
wear normal clothing.
All right.
I have been, okay.
You wear the
Okay,
silk
can we go to the
bathrobe.
next? What's the next?
All right. In the same kind of vein, we have a kid at Hooters here who maybe hasn't been taught what's appropriate and what's not yet.
Oh no, Dad showed him what's appropriate.
So now we have a baby in a toddler in a high chair. I would say under the age of 2, correct?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I would say so.
Possibly 16 months.
Yeah.
I love how newborn mothers always make us do math. Grabbing
right.
the
24
Hooter
months.
waitress's
Not okay.
butt.
No. That child, that starting there and making it okay is gonna make other things okay.
I mean, it's a baby. Like, I don't like the fact that she's playing into it. She kind of seems like she's like, oh, this is funny.
See, I think the
But
issue,
she's also in the service industry, and what is
So
she,
what
you
is
know
she
I mean?
gonna
Right,
do?
But I would like step back and be like,
Right, like,
we don't
okay.
touch people there,
Right, sure.
like, or something.
Or I would expect the parents
Yeah.
to step in and be like, oh, no, we don't
parents
do
probably
that.
think it's
that's what I
funny.
think the issue is here is that
Yeah.
you don't hear the parent making
right.
any sort of apologies for this behavior because obviously it's a small kid. He doesn't know any better.
Because this day and age, though, that's instead of being like, hey, let's just like raise you right from the beginning, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is gonna get views on WorldStar. Seriously, it's like
Yeah.
this
Seriously.
is cute. It's not cute. It's not cute when your
Yeah.
son rapes somebody because he thinks he can touch people how he wants.
Well, yeah, and the worst part about
Just
this
That's a
video
leap,
too,
but is it?
Just saying.
Well,
But is it?
I don't
the
think
worst part
is.
about this video too is that the first comment I saw on this is now he can never be a Supreme Court judge.
Actually, that's not true either.
Right.
Unfortunately, as we're
my
finding
goodness.
out, because
WorldStar comments are crazy.
It's not even about the judge. I don't know what happened. I'm just saying, can we find someone that hasn't done something wrong?
Right.
And then we see
It's-
this kid. So I don't know. My thing is, I appreciate both of your views as people who have the potential to be mothers, and because I respect that. A lot of times, and Lauren's actually been on my radio show and you have as well, haven't you, Abby? So where we talk about how we can be better men, and this is one of the ways is raise your child right from the beginning. That is a no-no. That's not okay. Learn private parts of private parts. I do want to make the point that this was also out of the country, Where in the United States, and I'm not saying our ideals are more progressive, however, the concept of misogyny is something that's worldwide, and we should be very, very aware of it.
Where did this take place?
It was in some form of Latin American,
Yeah.
Okay.
because of the language that was spoken.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway from this is that there needs to be, we can't allow this kind of behavior on any kind of platform. It needs to be learned from. Moving on now, we got a clip. We're gonna see, what happens when you try to sucker punch a woman. Very, very interesting stuff here. So the video starts off. There's
This is a man and a woman
There's two
fighting?
girls. There's two
Oh,
girls
Two girls
fighting.
fighting.
Another one jumps in, so it's 2-on-1.
Yeah.
And then a guy comes in.
And then that guy
Oh
comes
my
in, and these are
gosh.
bystanders who start fighting that guy.
Oh.
They were watching the fight.
There's probably about at least 10 guys all beating down on the guy who sucker punched her all at once.
But where were those people when the two girls were fighting? to
They were
pull them
just
off of
watching.
each other?
Yeah,
They were
That's-
watching.
Yeah, they should have pulled them
Yeah.
off of each other.
I have a lot of feelings about this.
So
Ooh.
they're stomping on that kid. They're stomping on this kid, and
Yeah, another big takeaway from this is that they were also robbing him in the process of this.
They just
you'll,
took his
you'll
stuff.
see at the end of the video they're reaching into his pockets and stealing his money.
That
so is that street justice?
Yeah,
or
is that street
absolutely
justice?
not.
Those are kids who were waiting for an
Waiting for
invitation
a
to do
reason
something.
to do, because clearly it's like it's hot when two girls are fighting.
It was cool. Everyone watched.
It's funny. It's like that's one. It's not funny when two girls are fighting. Period. Two, why? Like I don't understand how you're gonna stand there and watch that, and then the second a dude, which the guy should have never
Jumped in.
Of course.
jumped in. Period, or jump in and pull somebody off. But that's just that's waiting for like the go sign. Like all right, we have some anger. Like let's take it out on this guy.
Not even anger. This is gonna be
Or
fun,
fun,
because
or whatever.
would they have done that
Yeah.
one-on-one? Would they have?
Well, and
done that.
right. It would have been better had someone just pulled
One
out one
person.
on one, right? Not 10. And they
Because
were
you're
waiting
not,
for that moment.
You're not heroes. You're all cowards.
Well,
Right.
that's what was
Yeah.
confusing me. It seemed like no one was trying to help this guy. Did he have no friends?
At that point, no. 10 on
right.
one.
That
Were
was
the
like, he
girls
was
one of the
jumped
girls his
straight
friends
up.
maybe? Was that his only ally?
The only thing is, in the situation is, when it's a 10-on-1, you're in your head, you're thinking, I'm just gonna get caught too. I'm gonna catch an L too, which a great friend might do, but just a regular friend, and they all looked young. One of the things, and I want to ask Lauren about this also, is because as a person who's watching this, as a person of color, and I'm watching this like black people, why is it black people in this video in particular? I wish it wasn't. And I'm not saying, oh, there's never a case where white people don't engage in this or other people don't, but with everything going on, I'm like, please, can we just not be the stereotype today? Can we just not enforce it? I know it's not just us, but please, today, let's be sensible.
Unfortunately, I just think it's a part of our culture right now, and especially with kids pulling out their phones, they think it's cool. Like you said, they were all waiting for that moment. So can you imagine after the fact, like, oh, look at this video, look what we did to so-and-so. It's the hype. And I feel like until we as a people can understand that it's just setting us so many steps back, it's not going to get better. It's going to keep going.
I would have really liked if a young man like Abigail had said, stepped in and had separated.
like me.
Right.
So, no, like you had said,
Yeah.
though,
Oh, yeah.
like came in and
Separate the women.
separated the women. And
Yeah.
even when the guys, it would have been like, guys, this is inappropriate. And separated the women is like, we can't be doing this at a gas station. This is a conversation. Whatever it is, we can figure this out. That would have been nice. Is it going to happen? Probably not, because it's still young. It's still adrenaline. It's still this. We've all made mistakes, but it'd be nice if we
would
had
be.
that video, if we saw that video.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many things going wrong in that video. I mean, it just, I don't even really know where to start. I mean, because there's always those, you see these World Star fight videos, and they're kind of paraded as,
And it almost makes people like they're
encourages
looking.
them.
Right, they're looking
Yeah.
for like this would be dope. Like instead of being like whoa, like, I feel like there needs to start being some type of censorship of what can go up.
No, I don't
not
think
censorship,
I would
but-
never
okay, I agree with you,
encourage
right. I'm
censorship.
sorry, I didn't
Freedom
mean-
of speech
Yes.
is, if you don't believe in freedom of speech for those you disdain, you do not believe in
No,
freedom of
I
speech.
agree with you.
And World Star has no specific responsibility
Right.
to anyone. You know who votes is us, the audience.
Right.
We're voting every time we click. So if there was a World Star video of someone giving a motivational speech, or a moral speech, and we all watch that, then they would provide
More
much
of
more
those.
of that
But everyone goes
content
to
as
World
well.
Star for the fighting and
That's
everything.
the
I mean,
difference.
it's synonymous.
I
It's
just don't know
synonymous
how
with
you like
WorldStar.
how you change the course of
That.
that.
Yeah. 100%.
Let's. It's.
I'm sorry,
this is a
censoring was
topic.
like the worst
I know,
way to
I
say
know.
that.
But I do want to get to at least
Yes,
these
sorry.
last 3 videos before we run out of time. I want to show the 2 hot girls in bed video.
God, this video is
and
so
I'll tell you
bad.
why I picked this video, because it went super viral.
Yeah.
It went super viral, and it's 2 girls that are on a couch, obviously after a night of partying, and they're both they're attractive girls, and it seems like, what's gonna happen? Especially how it's prefaced. And this, you might want to look away. This look,
So if
dear
you can't-
friends,
if
you
you can't
see
tell what's
their little
happening-
scantily. She throws up on her friend, and her friend can't even really move, and and it
Oh
just
my
goes
God,
on.
that's
She
disgusting.
had a lot of vodka cranberries.
Disgusting.
That went viral.
That went super viral.
Of course.
Of course, because men are pigs.
I mean, that wasn't just men watching this. This was.
Oh my God.
This wasn't 2 girls, 1 cup. This
Well,
was
this was
2
picked up
girls,
on
1 cup of vodka, and a lot of throw up.
this was picked up on everything because I first
Oh my god.
I
she
first
just
saw this
lays
video.
there.
I first saw this video on Total Frat Move. So
That is still around.
Why do you
Yeah.
watch that? Why is that
I'm
a
in
thing?
I'm in college. I'm 22.
You are,
I got
okay,
out of I
right.
just got out of being in a fraternity. It's like a rite of passage.
Okay.
But anyway, that kind of video, it's bad, but that's not the first time I've seen something like that. I've witnessed that in real life.
Oh, same, 100%.
disgusting.
I've never seen that.
College
I've always thought that
I
was
went to
so
Ohio
distasteful.
Oh yeah, college culture.
Yeah.
College parties are just the
Dirty.
They are.
worst.
They are dirty.
They really suck. But so be careful. Be careful with your alcohol consumption, because if you throw up on your friend, you're not a good
Well,
friend.
I'm glad that's not the worst thing that
Why
could
is
have
the girl
happened.
filming
So.
just still filming when she starts
Right.
puking?
I
It's like,
know.
jump
No.
in.
At that
so
point, there's
bad.
nothing you can do to stop it. I would have filmed too. That's something. I would have been on the camera too.
God.
Really bad stuff. So moving on real quickly because we're almost out of time. Cardi B did a Instagram live not too long ago where she talks about her relationship and I guess
It
things
speaks
that
for
she's-
itself.
Yeah,
It speaks for itself.
things that she's good at.
Cardi B,
What's up, nigga? Yeah, my legs is a little prickly.
just the beginning.
So what?
Hold on.
Yeah, I ain't fucking shaved my underarms for like 5 days already. And
She's kind of talking to Offset.
you still gonna love me or what? He still love me. I don't give a fuck.
Tell him.
He loves me. I'm fine. He loves me. I fuck good. I fuck good. I suck dick good. I'm the hairiest bitch with the bestest head out here. What's up?
Oh my God, that's
Dick
that's
sucking
classic
contest
Cardi
is
B.
winning. You already
That
know
is
what's
classic
up.
Cardi B. Now, is this appropriate or not?
I know, but people like that?
Appropriate or
One,
not?
nobody likes that.
Hold on. Do people like extremely good head? I apologize, Mike. I would like to ask Abigail and Lauren, is this appropriate? And is this an appropriate message to send out to her fans?
I think it's typical. I don't think it's. I can't like. I like Cardi. Her music's dope, but I can't really like. I just can't socially like. It's not for me.
Cardi B?
Yeah.
I can get behind Cardi. I think it's hilarious. Basically, what she's saying is her man is going to love her
Right.
regardless of what she looks like or is doing. And that's how it should be. That's just
But
her
is that
Cardi
true?
B. Yeah.
Do you think
yes.
he really?
Absolutely.
Does he really?
You
In
know
his
what?
head, as she's saying that,
Honestly-
do you think he's really like, yeah, I love your, I
Well,
love your
I
hairy
don't think
armpits?
he's sitting
Like,
over on the side
you
saying
know?
that, but I do, being in a relationship, my husband better love me if I'm hairy or not.
Yes, and
He'll
that's
love
amazing.
you, but that doesn't mean he's gonna want to like you know what I'm saying. There'll be a time where he's like, babe, maybe you should shave your armpits.
It's interesting that both of you took it in
No?
that direction. What I meant was, I actually like the hairy armpit. He'll love me regardless
Yeah.
because he loves me.
Sure.
It was the point of because in exchange for that, I'm also
Right.
good in bed and I'm good.
But, like,
at-
why
at
do we
oral
have
sex.
to- why does it have to be
why
an
does it have an
exchange?
exchange?
Right.
Exactly, and
Why do we
that's
have to
the
pay for
message that I'm
things?
afraid
Okay.
will get passed on to
Right.
her younger viewers
Right.
who won't understand the complexity of a relationship the way Lauren does or you do, and don't understand the difference and the differentiation between the two. They think, well, he will love me because I'm good in bed and that's what I have to offer,
Right.
as opposed to anything else. And that's my one thing. Is this typical Cardi B? Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
100%.
Is this stuff that Cardi got famous for saying?
100%,
Yes, it is.
right.
Does she have a responsibility to her fans now to be aware of who's watching these videos? Because they're not you guys.
Right.
Right.
I feel like though the way she came like the way she got on, like I don't think she's ever really gonna have a responsibility
No.
because you're a reality star turned, you know, superstar rapper, but I don't think that is gonna make you. People choose to be role models, and I don't think that that's ever gonna be something that she's choosing. Maybe when her child gets a little older and she understands like how soft a child's mind is and how easily they can be like swayed by what people are
That's
saying.
possible.
But
I saw the same thing
yeah.
with Jay-Z. Jay-Z changed his
Yeah.
tune of how he
Yeah.
was referring to women and spoke on it, which
Right.
was very
right.
mature of him.
I think she's a role model for certain things. You know, like
Yes.
certain things.
Yeah,
Women
like how to
empowerment,
F good and how to
doing your own
good.
thing.
That kind of backlash is on the women empowerment.
Sure.
If you really dig into it.
And my thing with this is, with women empowerment, we should never blame women for their sexuality. There's
Right.
nothing wrong with that
Right,
at
right,
all.
right.
So if she simply said, "This is what I do well," I would not
Right.
even have this question. It's because she's making it seem as if he loves me because I do these things well.
And because I
that's-
do this well, I can do this.
Exactly.
Sure.
And that's my only concern. But it's just something I want our younger viewers, if we have any parental guidance, give the parental guidance.
Parental discretion is advised.
Exactly. So there you go. And I just want to make sure that that's the concern that's leading up. But as
Yeah.
always, let's finish. Do we have something feel good to end it off with?
We do. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with the professor.
From And One.
Yes, the professor. He's a.
They're looking like, oh, wow.
Like what?
Yeah.
It was a
yeah.
basketball.
He
It was
plays-
a basketball league, and then
Yeah.
they used to do the cool dribbling, and everyone tried to be in it, and it was very cool. It was very popular, especially in the mid 2000s.
I don't know where we were, but
Yeah, so he's well known for being a basketball player who has really good dribbling skills. He's known for breaking ankles, you know, as people say, and he's got very good ball work. And so in this video,
I don't know if I would. I don't think he would be like, I have great ball work.
what are you good
ball
at?
skills.
Ball
They,
work?
they say that on TV. That is what they use on TNT. But anyway, he goes to this prison to play basketball with some of the inmates in there, and this is kind of his way of giving back and getting more experience.
And he is a very good player. I mean,
Yes.
there is no structure to And One, so that's why they've never really translated to the NBA for the most part. There were a couple players like a Skip to My Lou or so. However, in general, what he did is so nice and kind because a lot of these inmates are in there for horrible choices that they've made in life. And they're paying the price. And unfortunately, the prison system in our country is not set up for rehabilitation, but incarceration. And to have a situation where someone that they've known or look up to comes in and gives their time and donates their time to spend time with them and gives them a feeling, at least for a short period of time, that life can be a little normal. And for those who are getting out, they may look forward to this. This is a story that they'll tell their children or at least their loved ones, or if nothing else, write a letter to the person that they care about and have that memory forever. So it's very nice for him to
It was.
donate his time.
Yeah, and you can see the happiness. Like they are
There's
escaping for a
excitement.
moment
And
from
no
where
one's
they
trying
actually
to fight.
are.
Exactly. Everyone's trying to be just a part of this. It's actually a really nice thing to say, even though he's doing so by breaking their ankles. He's literally just showing them up. But
That's
it's
still
such
fun,
a
though.
nice thing. It is.
Yeah.
And it goes a long way for so many things. And just even the fact that many of these inmates happen to be black and he happens to be white, which we won't get into the politics of, but we will just say something that they are used to possibly having the guards be white and them hating them. And here's a white guy coming in
Bridges that gap.
and just
Right.
bridging that gap. I
Totally.
appreciate it. And it's so nice. It's so kind.
Yeah, it's
a
great
good thing.
stuff.
Love it.
Sports, you see a lot of sports leagues inside prisons as a way to, have them take their mind off of the negatives of this experience. And it's great to see the professor giving back that time.
And white boys can ball. Can you ball, Mike?
No.
well,
I'm 6'5",
and
and
we're back.
that is my biggest downfall. I'm
And
not
we're
good at
back.
basketball.
Such a waste. Such a waste. Such a waste.
Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we've got for today for this week's World Star Weekly. I hope you join us next week. Let us know in the comments what your favorite video was. And if you have any hot takes on the videos that we saw, let us know. We'll be in the comments. I want to discuss this. But
can't
for now,
wait for your hot takes.
But for now, my name is Michael Patterson. You can find me on Twitter at MikePatNews. Abby, where can we find you?
Guys, thanks for joining us. I'm Abigail Fraher, and you can follow me on all social media at Abigail_AF.
Thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. You can find me on Instagram at Lauren Ashley Beck.
And I am Tehran, literally at IAMTEHRAN, the bathrobe heartthrob. Check me out. And I will say that both Abigail and Lauren's Instagram pages are so fun to watch. Abigail is like really Abigail AF, and Lauren is a skater girl all the way. It's so fun.
Awesome. Well, once again, thank you for joining us. We hope you join us next week for some more crazy videos.
That's right. We'll see you next week.
From executives Keven Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio. Instagram me at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in.
Hollywood Redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.